Hello everybody, and this is Meka here, bringing you another video between Sorya, the blue Terran, spawning in the south side of Lost Temple, and me, spawning in the east side of Lost Temple as the red Protoss. So this game is actually one of my platinum games. I don't really remember it at all, so we're going to have to see what happens. This is actually one of the few videos that I'm able to cast, so I'm going to get all the ones that I have up onto my channel so you guys can watch them. So right now I'm just doing as many casts as I can, but really I'm just waiting for StarCraft 2. I have it pre-ordered, and the day it comes out I'm going to be playing all day long. I think most of the StarCraft 2 community agrees with me that they can't wait for the game. I don't really care too much about the BattleNet 2.0 issues. As long as I can play the game, as long as I can play the campaign, I don't really care. I know that Blizzard will eventually get around to making it the way people want it. Usually what happens. And I expect a lot of bugs on the first day, on the first few days at least. Blizzard is notorious for having really bad first days up. Their patches usually cause like huge errors and servers go down, and I don't know. We'll see if we'll be even able to play 2v2 and 3v3 and 4v4 right away, because I think when the beta phase 2 came up, it was like 2 days when you couldn't play any 2v2s or 3v3s, and you really could only play custom games. And even then, sometimes the queuing would get bugged up. So Sorya throwing up a barracks here at his choke point. Always a good idea to wall off against Protoss, because Zealots are such deadly force to your Marines. I'm still playing standard, getting my first gateway close to my base, because it's good to defend against Reaper harass, because a stalker, when it's built, it doesn't need to run all the way up to your line or wherever that harass is, should it come. And also because you don't really have a huge advantage at your ramp against most of Terran, because Terran is all ranged units. They don't have any melee units. So in ramps, your melee units kind of just run around and do nothing, while they can just shoot you down. So Sorya throwing up an orbital command and getting his first Marine. Always good to stop the scouting from happening. One Marine alone can easily take care of a worker, especially if they run by him and he's firing. He'll easily kill him. It's only like 5 or 6 shots to kill it. So I'm getting my second gateway, which I like to do because I find it's a very open build. And I'm getting my cybernetics. Pretty much playing standard. I have the watchtower. The watchtower is always key to have in a game. It's a necessity if you are playing against, say, someone that you scout and see that they're going to be fast attacking you or rushing you. But in this game it really doesn't look that way. It looks like Sorya is throwing down a quick command center. So I think he's looking to expo really quickly, and he'll probably just continue pumping Marines, which I see a lot now on Terran. People don't really mind just getting a lot of Marines out early on, staying defensive and teching up. I'm just getting my second gas, nothing fancy here. I'm not quick expoing by any means. Oh, I have 2 zealots in his base. Oh, I turn around. Why? Oh, such terrible micro. Had I ran around and started attacking the Marines initially with both zealots, I think I might have been able to kill all the Marines. But the game will go on now, and this one zealot isn't going to be able to do anything. This is such a huge wall with the command center, and it's not likely that I'll ever be able to take it out with all these marines here. Third barracks going down, so he's going really barracks heavy. And he used his mana on a supply depot, and personally I don't do that. I'd rather have the 270 minerals or a scan. I find the supply depot probably the worst of the abilities, but if you get supply blocked and he's pushing you and you need to keep spawning units and you have that 50 energy, by all means use it on the supply depot and get that instant supply, because in cases like that, yeah, the ability can be used to a certain effect, but if you're like on top of your building and you have your timing down and you know when to make your supply depots, it's kind of a useless ability because it's basically worth 100 gold, whereas a scan it could be invaluable because you could scan invisible, you can scan a surprise attack, whatever, but honestly the most solid bet is to go for your mules, because minerals are minerals and that's what makes this game go around. So Sorya here getting a lot of marines, already up to about 14 of them, has an orbital command, and he's choosing to not move it but keep it as a wall and cap out his workers at his main. I'm grabbing a quick expo in the north. I figure he won't bother it. He isn't really scouting. I know that because I'm trying to, and right now I'm just trying to, I don't know what I'm trying to do. I guess I'm trying to use the robo to do a quick drop. I really enjoy doing drops. I don't see them enough in games, and I think they're underrated because the power of a Protoss drop in a moment wherein your opponent is out of position, which you can easily scout because you can have observers and stuff, and you just take advantage. You have 4 units in the warp prism, or you can just summon a bunch, but it's much better to just have that warp prism full, because when you attack you can do as much damage as you can. It's usually a surprise attack. I go straight for the mineral line, and once I take out enough probes and his reinforcements are there, I'll grab 4 of my units, hop them into the warp prism and get out of the base and leave the rest to die. And that way I minimize my losses, but I also get the surprise attack on him, make him have to move all his guys back into his base, and from there you can do anything else. You can surprise attack his front line when all his guys are in the back of his base, and then come back with your dropship. Who knows? Sorya is getting a shitload of marines. At this rate there are over 25 of them, and I just have 4 stalkers, 3 sentries, and a zealot, 3 gates. But I have the robo, I have the minerals, I have the gas, but I'm not producing a Colossus like I should be. Instead I'm doing a drop back here and letting my minerals rise up. Whoa. So this is the sort of thing that I mean.